What's going on? It is Sunday, August 11th. I'm actually just about to get to bed right now, but I wanted to film a quick video to recap what happened yesterday because I've had now about 24 hours to digest my experience from the 2019 Max Hype SuperNatural bodybuilding show here in Orlando, Florida. So just wanted to take a few minutes to recap the day, try to keep the video short, but it was just such a I feel very emotional about what happened yesterday, as well as what my plans are for the next 2 weeks leading up to my next competition. So I have not obviously done a good job documenting the contest prep process for 2019, even though that was my goal. You know, prep is extremely difficult, and I have not done enough to document my prep for this YouTube series. But really, more importantly, one thing I learned yesterday is I did not do enough work for the competition either. And if you told me that the morning of the competition before I stepped on stage, I probably would have disagreed. But it became pretty clear once I stepped on stage with those other competitors that there were a lot of things that I needed to have worked on much more. You know, from a diet and workout point of view, I think I did everything that I could have done. I've worked with a coach for the last 18 weeks and lost over 25 pounds during that time frame. Started off, my first weigh-in was 188.2, I believe, and then my lowest weigh-in, which happened during peak week on Wednesday morning, the Wednesday before the Saturday of show day, which was yesterday, I weighed like 161.6 or something like that. So over 25 pounds. You know, definitely I felt you can always be more conditioned, it seems, and I think maybe is one area where for leading into the next show, I want to even dial it in even more. But an area where I really just was totally outmatched was with the posing. So our open men's bodybuilding lightweight class, which is bodybuilders under 165 pounds, there were 9 of us, and we were probably on stage for at least 20 minutes, I would say. I mean, you have no idea when you're up on stage at all. I mean, I could have been up there for 3 hours, it felt like, but from what I heard afterwards, it was probably like 20 to 25 minutes that we were doing bodybuilding competitive posing, which sounds like maybe to somebody who doesn't follow bodybuilding, like not that big of a deal. And even I always kind of felt like, even though I knew posing was hard, I don't think I ever appreciated what I ran into yesterday as far as just the sheer endurance that's required to be able to flex your lats and your quads and your abs and your arms, like all at the same time for that extended period of time, to the point where when I woke up today and all day today, I was just sore head to toe, but especially in my glutes and in my lats. So anyway, the next 2 weeks, I know I'm going to have to work much harder on posing. I'm committing to practicing every single day. Today was a recovery day. I did very light treadmill walks just to get some more activity, because otherwise I would have really not had a whole lot of activity at all today. But from a posing point of view, took today off because of the overall soreness, and I'm going to hit it hard tomorrow. Next 2 weeks, I'm going to be waking up before work to get my workout in, just like I did during peak week leading up to this past show. And I'm going to have all my food prep the day before so that I have very little decision making required of me in the moment. I think I do much better when I plan, when I prepare, and then I can just executing is just much easier. So I've already done that for tomorrow. Again, it's Sunday. Tomorrow morning I'll wake up, I'll hit the gym, probably going to do legs, assuming I'm not too sore still, and get some cardio in after that. So current macros are going to be 55 fat, 175 carbs, 200 protein, which is less than when I was 2 weeks out prior to yesterday's show, because again, I want to dial it in a little bit even more aggressively than I was going into the first show, so that when I compete in 2 weeks, I know that there's absolutely nothing more that I could have done to be competitive. And that way I'll be able to finish the 2019 season proud, happy, and knowing that I gave it my all. So that really means a lot to me. I am going to be competing in the INBF Northwest Royal Natural Bodybuilding Championships in Kirkland, Washington, which is just outside Seattle, and that'll be on August 24th, 2 weeks from yesterday. Talked to the promoter today. Guy seemed like a really nice guy. He let me know that Men's Physique has currently 8 competitors, and bodybuilding has currently 10 competitors. So both of them would be pro class qualifiers if I won either one of them, which is the goal. Yesterday's show, even though I spent most of the video talking about bodybuilding, I actually also competed in Men's Physique. I got first place in the open Men's Physique, but there was only one other person in my class somehow, which is very strange. Normally, Men's Physique is the category that has the most competitors, and you know, bikini for the women would have the most competitors, but this show was pretty much all bodybuilding. Between the pros and the amateurs, I'd say that accounted for like over half the competitors, even though there were so many different classes. So the good news is that the next show most likely would be a pro qualifier, and that way, if I do win Physique like I won yesterday, it'll mean something more to me, and then it'll also mean that I'm going to be a professional bodybuilder in terms of Men's Physique for the INBF WNBF Federation. So looking forward to all that. I'm going to work so hard the next 2 weeks. Like I said, yesterday was a little bit of a wake-up call that maybe I didn't work as hard as I thought I was over the last 18 weeks, even though I know it's a grind. You can always work harder. You know, this sport, this passion of bodybuilding, it's something that does mean a lot to me, and it is objectively, I think, something that is totally bizarre, and you know, I'm just, but to me and to the people who compete, I think something about it, about challenging yourself and mentally and physically going through the rigors of a contest prep, and then like just putting yourself on stage, like basically naked, you know, showing people that, yeah, I worked my ass off and this is what I have to show for it. Not just for the last 18 to 20 weeks of prep, but for the last 10 years of my life. That's why I named this series Decade in the Making, because this is basically 10 years to the month that I started lifting, and I'm damn proud of the progress that I've made over these last 10 years. And you know, I think bodybuilding is one competitive outlet that allows me to continue grinding and continuing to push the envelope. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully I was able to kind of throw some clips from the show into this video and some pictures, and you know, please check back for more videos soon. Thanks, guys.